Journal, that first half, obviously you guys weren't in any kind of rhythm offensively. What did you see was what was going wrong? It seemed like a lot happening at once.
We just played behind the sticks a lot. We couldn't get the running game going at first. We had a few missed opportunities in the first half. I think I had like 2 missed throws that on third down that should have hit. That would have kept the drive going. But second half we picked it up and we scored every drive we had the ball.
Malik, I know you said this offseason you worked a lot on trying to fix your pocket presence and go through your progressions. How did you feel like you did today?
I feel like in the second half I really settled in. They were playing a lot of drop 8 in the first half, so I was trying to make a lot of plays with my legs because the routes weren't there. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You mentioned Ole Miss, dropped 8 in the first half and the routes weren't there. Was that more a product of them, or you feel like inexperience from the guys out wide?
Say it one more time.
You said Ole Miss dropped 8, and a lot of those routes weren't there. Was that more a product of what they were doing defensively, or the inexperience from some of the guys out wide?
Yeah, hats off to those guys. They had a great plan. The coach had a great plan, and we weren't expecting that. But second half we dialed some stuff up that beat drop 8. Just next time, I guess we just gotta be more prepared.
Malik, the interception, what did you see on that play? Why did it not connect?
It's my fault. The receiver didn't get over to the other hash to hold that safety. But in that day, it's my fault. I'll take the blame for that, not on them.
Hey, Malik, Tyler Griever from WHAS. Coach Satterfield mentioned, too, that Ole Miss's defense they came out with was something you guys weren't really expecting.
Yeah.
What were you expecting from them at the start, and what surprised you about it?
Yeah, I really expected them to blitz us and get in our face. But I guess they thought different and just dropped 8 the whole game, just rushed 3 and tried to keep me in the pocket. And they did a good job of that in the beginning of the game.
Malik, when a team does something like that, when you prepare for them to blitz you and then they drop 8, as a quarterback, how do you adjust? Is it more so what you talk to Coach Satterfield or Coach Pete Thomas about, or how do you adjust from that?
Well, they both came up to me and told me that we're gonna call some different stuff. So just sit in there and just dial things up, and that's what we did in the second half.
They told you that like halftime?
Yeah, halftime adjustments.
Hey, Malik, how would you evaluate how the offensive line did tonight? You took a lot of hard hits, and it seemed like there were some plays where you did have some time to throw in the first half, but there's just nothing was developing after.
Yeah, man, offensive line did good. Hats off to those guys. First game jitters, but that's not an excuse. Just a lot of inflicted wounds, a lot of holding penalties, but I don't think they were holding. But just something they got to learn from, and I trust those guys. They trust me. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I did tonight. We just all got to go to work, starting with me. We're starting up front, too, as well. I just got to keep leading those guys and for the rest of the season, and that's what I'll do.
Malik, one more for me. Obviously, a big question was the receivers coming into the year. What did you learn about those guys in their first game together?
Those guys can make some plays. They got potential to do a lot of good things. And we're going to need those guys on down the road because running is not going to be the only thing that we're going to have to do to win games. We have to be able to throw the ball in the air. And second half, they showed that they can make some plays. A lot of the veteran guys like JJ and Braden and Justin and T.Y. and Jordan, all those guys stepped up and made some plays for me. And they're going to do that the rest of the season in order for us to keep winning.
Malik, this is the last one for me. You guys have talked a lot about rhythm and kind of finding that balance between the pass and the run. It looked like you did a better job of that in the second half. Just what indicates to you that you guys are in a rhythm a little bit more that just wasn't there in the first half?
Say it one more time. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. What helps you figure out that you guys are in a little bit more of a rhythm? Like, what helps you make you feel comfortable like you were in the second half as opposed to the first?
Yeah, just keeping those guys motivated. A lot of guys were down in the first half because we couldn't get stuff going, and when the defense gets stops, and we'll go out and start behind the sticks. We had a targeting call, so we was back pinned up against our in the red zone, and when we had our chances, we got to capitalize them. Even the pick, the fumble, it was in the red zone. We got to make those plays because that was a walk-in touchdown, and that would have changed the momentum of the game. But we can't dwell on that. Stuff happens. We just got to bounce back from it, and we just got to come back to work tomorrow. And you can't dwell on that loss. That's a real good team, good offense, and a good defense.
Thank you, Malik.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.